Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. Wherever the heck in the world you are, it is the one, the only V The Guerrilla coming to you live on this edition of CUSS with Gus. And we have with us a special man of the hour, the one and only El Cuco is here. CJ's back on this show. He's joining us today with Gus. And CJ, welcome back, bro. CJ, you're muted.
I'm bad and I'm black.
Now you're fuzzy. What your sound sounds fuzzy.
Is it fuzzy? Hang on, let me
Yeah.
reconnect. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, folks, if you want to get a hold of Gus, you can find him over at perpetualassets.com. Perpetualassets.com. If you're terrified of your 401k becoming 101k, you get a hold of Gus Demos over at perpetualassets.com. Grab your financial life by the balls. Do not be afraid of what is coming. Be prepared. And with that being said, gentlemen, Cowboys working the airwaves. CJ is here, and Gus is playing 109 day chess.
Nick needed me to lay out what it meant, but yeah, he caught it fast. He goes, "Oh, the countries." I go, "Exactly."
The country code?
No. The amount of the number of countries that expelled.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm making like 1,000 chess jokes.
No, it's 109. Yeah, over close to 1,100 times or something. CJ fucking hopped off already.
Yeah, he had to reconnect his audio. It was like fuzzy.
Son of a bitch.
He's coming right back.
He'll be back.
No, I was going to say he kind of sprung it on us. What was it, 4 or 5 days ago?
Literally.
Yeah. Well, and
CJ, you're back.
Is it better?
Much better.
Yeah, clear.
Go.
Perfect.
No, you surprised us 4 or 5 days ago, buddy. And if I knew previous to that, I would have not gotten drunk 5 days in a row. But yeah, my brain is still fuzzy from that holiday stretch.
Man, I can imagine. Both you guys had a great Thanksgiving, huh?
Yes. I think CJ, you went to the game.
We did. I gained like 10, 15 pounds, but I'm trying to get back in shape again. But no, it was all good. I ate way too much V. Went to go watch IU put the smack down on Purdue, froze my ass off Friday night, and now getting ready for the if you're from the Midwest, getting ready for the Big Ten championship this weekend.
Nice. You CJ, even as someone who's completely awake and red pilled, we still all, and yourself included, we still engage in the goy slop. So meaning like I too had the football on Thursday as well. Although, because again, if you don't maintain some level of pleasure and normalcy, the rabbit hole will drive you fucking insane. So it's
100%. Absolutely. You got to have some type of outlet, whatever it is. UFC, football, basketball. I don't spend days and some people camp out on the couch like all freaking weekend, all that. I don't do that crap, but just enough for some enjoyment, just a mental break.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm in agreement. I'm not totally like I'll never understand the guys who could rattle off every statistic of the 1984 Cubs or whatever, but they don't know the first thing about fucking kind of the they don't know the first thing about vaccines being safe and effective.
99%.
Bro, it's like the old cliche, like they dangle the carrot in front of the mouse or whatever. Dude, bread and circus or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But again, we have to enjoy ourselves, right? So,
Gus, are you outside? Because I hear a cicada.
I am outside. I always do the show majority outside because I'm free to smoke cigarettes.
Oh, there you go.
Well, although my father raised me on his lap with a cigarette ash falling on my head, the new the woman wouldn't look at me if I smoked inside with the baby inside. She would.
Good on her, bro. Good on her.
I would get dirty looks quite a bit.
But so I noticed that one part in your hair part, it just doesn't seem to grow ever. It just doesn't,
It had too many king size Kents burnt on it at one point when I was 4 years old.
Well, hey, if it makes you feel any better, my mom smoked weed while she was pregnant with me. Really explains a lot.
Really?
That's
and she admits it.
Oh yeah, she actually used to deal in a big way back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, like kilos.
Are you serious? Your mom was a drug runner?
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you drinking right now? I would, only because you're disclosing it live. Like you're like, oh yeah, my mom was a runner.
I'm gonna ask if I can get a number.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you
Is
gonna do? Go back, 40 some odd years for like evidence. I mean, fucking who cares?
Dude,
No,
I just learned something new about our Sicilian scallion.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah, the blood flows deep. What are you gonna do?
No, nor did I. Nor did I.
Holy shit.
That's actually pretty fucking cool. And it's at the family it's discussed. You guys are like I'll open about it.
Open enough.
Open enough where you know. Got it.
Yeah.
Omerta.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you guys in the background where some of where a lot of it came from and went to, and let's just say 109 is a key number.
Yeah, of course. Oh, dude, they got their hands in everything. Well, it was oddly enough, it just like it goes, and I don't know if you guys have ever viewed it this way as well. Oddly enough, just like we look back at the atrocities of the last couple hundred years, and they never talk about 50 million white Russians being massacred by them. We've never seen any Lenin Trotsky movies. Like even the one movie about the revolution is called Reds with Warren Beatty, and it like romanticizes the fact that these fucking Bolshevik Jews are slaughtering these fucking Christians. Like he's whatever. But why am I bringing that up? Because the organized crime's kind of the same way. Like, so if you watch organized crime flicks, of which we, have hundreds, it's all making the Sicilians look like lunatics.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, and the Jews barely got their hands dirty. Mm-hmm. So even like the Meyer Lansky movie, or sure. There's not many movies about Mickey Cohn or Lansky. There's a few with
Benny Siegel.
But even then, he's like a playboy, like not a stone cold fucking psycho. Like it's very glossed over. And if I'm being honest, if you take a step back, who really got murdered? Like by murdered, I mean that figuratively. Who really got financially crushed during the Cuban Revolution? Is it more likely to be the Sicilians and the Italians, or is it more likely to be the Jews who own those casinos in Havana? It's the Jews.
Well, the Godfather 2 alludes to that. I mean, the deal was with Eli Roth.
Of course, no, dude. It's he's just a fucking Meyer Lansky character, of course. Yeah. So the Jews are running those casinos in Cuba. So if you want to know why we had have a whatever 70-year Cuban boycott, there's your answer. Well, and even now, Edelson, I think Wynn is too, isn't he? Steve Wynn. I think
Steve Wynn, yeah.
Yeah, Steve Wynn's Jewish. Edelson's Jewish. Like it's all Jewish guys in Vegas.
Well, look, man, I don't know about you, Gus, but we need to go into Venezuela and go to war. I don't know about you guys, but we need to fix that narco state.
It'll be great. It'll be the best war ever.
CJ, I know you have a fucking opinion about Venezuela.
CJ, right, come on, brother. What you got to say about?
Yes. We got to love the former bus driver turned president, the Nicholas. I mean, let's face it. I mean, let's think of how many years have we spent. Remember Juan Guaido when he was introduced at the State of the Union?
Yeah,
7-8 years ago as the next president of Venezuela. Like, how many times are we going to attempt like regime change? Here's to me is where Venezuela is. Okay, that we have like had so much dismal failure around the globe that finally we're like, I think we can do Venezuela. It's like, let's do regime change in Venezuela. We think we can get it this time. I think that's where we've landed. Is just, and all of a sudden we're going to label it like, oh, narco trafficking. It's like if it's narco trafficking, then what we're trying to do is probably eliminate some competition from the CIA and their drug trade in Mexico or something.
Aren't you almost like impressed the way they flip sales pitches on a dime? So spreading freedom is so dead and buried from all the bullshit in Afghanistan and Iraq and Libya. They switched, now it's narco trafficking, and they've been toying around with something else besides narco trafficking as well. But it's all the same. Or they rigged the election. They've tried that one. Venezuela. Oh
yeah, Venezuela tried to rig the election.
That was Venezuela's ground zero for the fucking the election rigging. Like, dude, shut the. I feel like
it's not a serious country, man.
No, dude, the slop propaganda they give you, it doesn't matter if they're trying to neuter your kids or mass murder people to steal their shit. It's always some low IQ sales pitch, like it's a narco-terror state and they rigged the election. It's like, oh, basically they're like, don't pay attention to the oil and gold reserves. Don't look at that part of this equation.
No, don't look at the gold and oil reserves. Don't look at that. No.
No.
Fentanyl. They're getting cocaine. Even though the coca plant doesn't grow very well in Venezuela, but it's cocaine.
And to point out the most obvious, and I've told this to even my girl, I'll say it to her face, like the most beautiful women on planet Earth are the east side of the South America. So specifically Colombian, Venezuelan, holy shit. Like those are you have the fucking
balls to say that to your Argentinian girl.
But no, I mean Argentinians and Brazilian women are beautiful too. But
stunning.
like the Colombian, Venezuelan, holy shit, like
best on the planet.
Oh,
period.
come on.
Best on the planet.
For my government to say I'm gonna drop bombs on a bunch of pieces of ass, I'm like, no, I'm not
with it.
I'm not, even if they were fucking ugly, I wouldn't be with it. But like, no, I don't need a bunch of future.
If you keep that conversation, 1 or 2 years, you're going to need to replace all the knives in your home with butter knives.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Again, I'm never for a government fucking butchering people to steal their shit, but especially like planet Earth's crown jewel for smoking hot chicks. Like, no, it's a terrible idea. No, dude, it's CJ. The sales pitches are insulting.
Well, it's propaganda. Like they really think we're that dumb.
I think it's just more so just built for reality TV administration is what I've kind of labeled it. It's just everything is about the hype. If you look at every bit of what and I'll admit there has been some items that have been success, but I think it's more or less around the propaganda that look at this success. It's now the Department of War, not the Department of Defense. Everything about it has been, spun in a way that they try to. It's psychological warfare at the end of the day, and how they try to manipulate people into believing that these things are being built around success. And I'll give you just an easy example. It was no different when Trump on Truth Social posted a video about cannabidiol, CBD, and the endocannabinoid system and how it helps and benefits. So everyone's like, oh yeah, he's going to legalize weed nationally. He's going to do all these things. And then what happened with the big beautiful bill? They absolutely banned any type of THC derivative from hemp, which now like that industry is shunned. Like it's like literally they have 1 year to get rid of like 90% of their products in the United States. So it's always like don't pay attention to what you do with as far as the psychological warfare you see on TV, propaganda. Pay attention to what they're doing, what they're actually physically doing.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm misreading this, but the way I now see it is if China and Russia are willing to go to the mat for a territory, I think Ukraine is so embarrassing for all these people.
Well, here's the masterminds of the Ukrainian peace plan right here. They're,
Oh yeah.
I wonder what their affiliations are behind the scenes.
Oh no, it's good. You got Damien from Omen there in the front, so he's got some good connections.
He's a genius. Jared Kushner's a genius. I don't know if you knew that, guys. Yeah.
I think they're going down the list of okay, we're not in a place anymore where we could knock on Russia or China's door. So let's.
Dude, the Chinese made U.S. stand down.
Bro, Venezuela's just. I think it's low hanging fruit. And their perception of it is it's low hanging fruit.
Right.
Like, the Israeli shit is so fucking unpopular. Ukraine's been a fucking anal fucking, and now it's just a bunch of Ukrainian Jews laundering money at this point. Out of the country.
Then running to Israel when they get caught.
Yeah, they're running to Israel. Yeah. Shocker again. Shocker. Like, they'll only leave Israel when it's time to rape little boy children. But besides the point, the only thing like basically, if you look at the total fucking planet, they're like, if China or Russia got the back of the territory, or they'll go to conflict over it, the U.S. wants nothing to do with it. They're like, I think they perceive Venezuela as, a quick win or low hanging fruit or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong, but dude, Ukraine is so fucking embarrassing for them. It's just like
it really is. They were losing for years now and lying about it. But the whole entire thing, all of us knew, and every audience member here knows that was just a giant wealth extraction, money laundering scheme. You got 1 million plus dead Christians on the battlefield. You have the country's been practically vaporized in terms of its resources have all been sold off and siphoned. Now you have Zelensky. Their whole thing is to keep the war going a little bit by a little bit until they can get the hell out of Dodge. It's basically what it's going to come down to, man.
Me being naive and thinking, me being ignorant, naive, and thinking optics still matter. My prediction 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, would be Zelensky will be sucking dick in a Miami nightclub. But the reason I chose Miami over Tel Aviv is I didn't think they'd be that brazen about it. I'm like, there's no way these Ukrainian Jews are going to go straight to fucking Israel when this thing. But that's exactly what they're doing.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
I thought they would run to New York or Miami with protection or London or no, they're going straight to Tel Aviv. It's like, I'm impressed. Yeah. You don't give a fuck what anyone thinks anymore. Like maybe that's the only place they feel safe from Western populations. I don't know.
Well, that's where that guy in Vegas that got caught with a little kid, he just went straight to
the head of cybersecurity for Israel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in Vegas and apparently he arrested. V. What exactly happened?
He was arrested. He was booked, and the DOJ came swooping in and released him.
Yeah.
And he was on a private jet within 3 hours on the way back to Israel.
Yeah. Yeah. That one. But again, that was someone. I mean, you're talking about the entire the entire Ukrainian cabinet. Like that's what's so mind-boggling. Like before we went live, I'm like, CJ, same with the Mexican bitch, same with Malay. It's like they pretend to be part of the host population until shit hits the fan, and then they run back to the base of operations. Like, oh, we were kidding. We're not Ukrainian, really. We're Jews. Bye. Like, okay. So I didn't think. But we're at that point in the story where public relations and propaganda no longer matter. It's with the rise of so many on the right and left all seeing the same thing that I don't even think they try to hide it anymore. They're like, yeah, this is obviously a fucking scam. So
I think don't worry, Gus. Look at this post by Shashak Joshi right here. He said, he's talking about who we're sending to negotiate. This is who we're sending to Vladimir Putin and Sergei Lavrov. We're not sending Rubio. We're not sending any sort of somebody that I think has any sort of concept of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. We're sending a realistic look. Listen to this. I think we might take a minute to ask why the American government has sent a real estate developer and the president's son-in-law to negotiate directly with Vladimir Putin, rather than say the Secretary of State or a professional diplomat, or indeed anyone with any sort of training. Like it's so blatant. They don't even care about the propaganda anymore.
Just in our message stream, we keep asking ourselves, like, what next level of batshit crazy are we going to arrive at today? And every day brings about something else that's like, okay, yes, we are not a serious country. Like, it's all next level batshit crazy. And Kushner, like, what level of capacity has he ever been? Any credentials at all? Like, I don't get it, other than the fact, if you look at the Abraham Accords, you look at Israel, and let's face it, whether it's the wildfires in Hawaii or California, all of this is about land deals and about the next level of development and getting a lot of investment money driven into those. And maybe they're thinking that Kushner can go in and talk to Putin about, let's talk about Ukraine and the rebuilding cost and the opportunity that's going to be there. And it's just a true disconnect. Putin doesn't give a shit about that. Like, he has his own agenda moving forward, and where they should be really negotiating is just a truth or a surrender at this point from Ukraine. They want to kind of pretend like they still have some type of leverage to negotiate any off ramp in Ukraine when they truly don't. There's nothing there that they're going to offer Putin that's going to say, because the war's pretty much almost over with at this point. It's almost embarrassing at this point to even be associated with this from a country perspective. It's just truly just absolutely a disgrace.
I think all four of us could agree that when the Chinese or the Russians sit down with these people from the West, they basically sit across the table and say, we know 99% of what you're saying is complete bullshit. You guys are pathological. Right. I don't think, CJ, I don't think the Russians or Chinese take any of this bullshit seriously. Everything's a scam. Like, basically, they're like, everything's a scam for the next assassination attempt or drone attack, or like, oh, they're buying time. Like, dude, when Trump and all these fucking idiots basically go up there like, yeah, we pretended to negotiate with Iran while we were preparing for the attack. Like, okay, so you're admitting like, these people are just pathological. Dude, the Western leaders are all like pathological lying con artists. Everything's some diversion. Everything's a lie. They never operate in good faith, dude. And we would be naive to think China or Russia take these people seriously.
No, they don't.
They observe the same shit we observe. You're like,
yeah, that's why Putin's never let go of the gas. He's been playing a very smart, real 3D chess, allowing the West to deplete their own munitions, waste their resources, and come to a point of nullification where the whole Ukraine war is not going to be dictated by America. America doesn't control shit when it comes to Russia and China. They don't control shit. And at the end of the day, the Russians dictate when they're going to stop the war. And it's going to be Putin who says, yeah, I think we're going to stop the war now, after they burn the fuck out of the NATO and the West in terms of depleting their resources, putting Europe in such a financial bind. It's unbelievable.
I know this is something that's very superficial in optics, but remember, I don't know if anyone's ever seen these two images or these two videos, the Yi and Putin embracing or saying goodbye or hello versus Yi and Trump or whatever. Like, basically, when Trump and China meet, they meet and they're like, okay, whatever, let's go, dummy. Like, and then you see the Russian and Chinese interact, and there's like a genuine, hey, what's going on? How you been? Yeah, we're gonna do this. They just don't take they don't take the West seriously. I said it long ago. The only one who's still afraid of these people are the tax cattle who fear the SWAT team. Like, we're forced to take these people fucking seriously because they'll put us in a cage if we don't. But dude, if you had fucking nukes, and I said it about Russia, like, they got nukes and gold and oil. They're like, fuck you. I'm like, go fuck off, homo. I'm like, no, they're not obligated to be afraid of these people. Only, again, the fear is only the citizens who live under their rule. The rest of the world, who actually has an arsenal, and China's not afraid of these motherfuckers. Like,
no, not at all, not the least bit. That right after the whole Chinese parade is when the United States announced, oh, we're gonna have a pivot away from China. We're gonna focus on the Western Hemisphere, and they pulled all their shit out because they know the United States will last about 8 minutes. The Pacific Fleet would last about 8 to maybe 20 minutes tops in the South China Sea. That's about it. Look at this. You guys know the Nobel Prize winner, the lady from Venezuela that won the Nobel Prize?
Yes. All her credentials. Yes, totally.
And what was the first thing she said when she won? That she would move the embassy
to Jerusalem.
This is where this is how you know we are a controlled government. We're a Zionist-owned government.
So even bro, think about that. So even before they conduct regime change, the humiliation ritual, the goy humiliation ritual has to take place even before the Venezuelan government is overthrown. Amazing.
Economically, geopolitically, like, we are in like a death spiral, right? Like, and I think the rest of the world understands that. Like, think of the efforts that were the efforts that were launched to, create a war with Iran and Israel, bombing Yemen. Who else have we been bombing lately? There's these attempts, and I think the rest of the world gets it's like, let them drop their bombs. We know what they're doing. They understand the playbook. The playbook is to really try to start some type of a escalation, and the rest of the world's like, we're just not playing that game anymore. You can't afford to go to war. Just do your own thing. And it's unfortunate because we as Americans, we're paying the cost for this. This This is a real thing. I was laughing the other day. I was thinking about like the event that happened in Washington, D.C. with the CIA operative that killed
Oh
the
my God.
two reservists in Washington, D.C. And most people, they want to say instantly like, oh yeah, it's a Muslim that created this. And then you have people coming out that are advocating, say, well, we need more National Guard across the United States in
Fucking
every
so
city.
stupid.
Like years ago, we would had Alex Jones like saying, hey, why are we doing this? Is batshit crazy. This is takeover. Now we have people advocating for that crap. It's just
Yep.
it's just so real.
Yep.
Like everything
The-
up is down. We're just
Yep.
in a total death march at this point.
CJ, there's not outside of inflated assets, there's nothing. The data is all like doomsday data. It's like everything from credit card debt to student loan defaults to unemployment. Everything is heading fucking set. Again, besides, oh my God, the AI stocks are incredible. Okay, Bitcoin's 100 grand, silver 16. Like assets are inflated for sure. They're printing.
That's because we're hyperinflating as an economy.
Yeah, exactly right. Other than inflated assets. So if you have assets, you're doing fine. But every other metric you look at is
You're
fucking
losing.
dire, dude. Die from fucking jobs to fucking debt to defaults to foreclosures. Cars are being repossessed at some insane fucking
Alarming rate. With the average monthly cost of the car is $750 car payments. That's
Bro,
the average. It's fucking insane, bro.
Bro, it's one pathetic data point after another. That's like, holy shit, the middle class is evaporating. Like it's like right in front of us. It's happening right now.
And that's what the numbers from Nick and I were talking about this earlier in our Algo Factory class. The numbers from Black Friday were abysmal. Abysmal.
And the amount of items or transactions went up, or I'm sorry, the transactions went down, but the money went up because everything's more expensive. It's like, okay, so no, dude, it's over. It's collapsing in front of us. And again, I could see it being in retirement accounts. The number of early withdrawals, people that need to pull out money, even with the penalty, has exploded the last 6 months. So these are people, so usually you're not supposed to draw on a retirement account until you're 59 or whatever. And for 12 years, I've been doing this and monitoring it. And we have an occasional hardship. Someone has to dive in fast, take the penalty. Dude, that number's exploded the last 6 months. People are pulling their money out because they have to. It's not because they want to, get fucked. They have no choice. Like, I lost my job. I can't afford this anymore. I can't afford that. Dude, it's exploding in front of our eyes. We can't feel it. We're not gonna wake up and gold's 10,000 in one day, but it's happening right in front of us. Like,
absolutely, man.
We're becoming the afterpay economy, right? Like everything.
Say again, Siege?
We're becoming the afterpay economy. Everything's
Yeah.
afterpay now.
CJ, they're taking out loans to buy a burrito.
Yeah.
It's buy now, pay later for food.
But that's all signs of winning, guys. That's 5D chess.
You could finance this pizza in 12 installment payments. Dude, the 50-year mortgage, just go one after another. It's the answer to their whole bullshit was never to bring back the manufacturing base. It was we're going to make you deeper debt slaves. Guess what?
Yeah.
It's crumbling before our eyes. CJ, we don't make anything. Like, not everything's out. Like, everything's fucking outsourced.
Dude, we were in a toilet paper crisis during the pandemic. That shows your industrial capacity. So anybody who's talking about war, I don't know if you guys saw the whatchamacallit. I don't know if you saw the commercial for Anduril, right? Where Lucky Palmer's like, yeah, if there's ever a war where the United States have to fight both Russia and China, we'll be out of munitions in 8 days, but then Anduril will come. And then we'll be fighting day 9, day 10, day 20, day 30. Yeah, we'll be launching all sorts of drones. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you Hawaiian shirt wearing weirdo. Like, it's so crazy where we are, man. It's so crazy. Like, look at this little clip from Marco Rubio. He's like, the reason we got to go into Venezuela is because Hezbollah's in Venezuela.
Yeah, that's why.
Planning the next 9/11 there, V.
Yeah.
CJ, I told we were live like 3 or 4 months ago, and I told Nick and V the story. I took my daughter in to the ER. Nothing crazy. She had like a 101 fever. Mom freaked out. I'm like, okay, let's just take her to the ER. Whatever. But why am I bringing this up? We got our bill. I got in a fight with the emergency room because they immediately started asking about vaccines and have you tested her for COVID and blah, blah. So my daughter was in there for an hour. It took 20 minutes to tend to her. They took her temperature. They scraped her tongue for a flu test or whatever. 2 things. That's it. And we just got the receipt from the insurance company and the ER. Dude, $6,000.
Are you shitting me?
Dude, for that 90-minute visit into the emergency room, where I'm not talking, dude, she didn't even see a fucking doctor. It was a nurse practitioner. After 20 minutes, it's not like the seat parted and they started sticking her in all these machines in her. Dude, they swabbed her fucking tongue. They took her temperature and they sent the insurance company a bill for $6,000. This is the Ponzi you live in. Like the whole thing is fake. These numbers that don't make sense. $6,000. Dude, you go in. I got like when I was in Argentina, dude, I got full blood work, an MRI, X-rays, this, that, for like $300. Shit that in the US would cost you $30,000 or something. Like fucking. Oh yeah. It's all, bro. It's all fake. Everything's fucking fake.
That's why people are cheering on Luigi Mangione.
It's true, bro. It's partially true. Like if we're seeing this, imagine what everyone else is seeing. So they're like, everyone knows something's wrong. They just can't diagnose what the fuck it is. It's like the whole system runs on fake inflated bullshit. And again, if you're Larry Ellison and you could get Sam Altman to give you a pinky swear for $100 trillion, you're doing just fine. But the rest of us, when we see a bill for 1 hour, dude, for $6,000,
$6,000.
Dude,
this is what like private equity is destroying health. All these, I talk to buddies of mine that are in healthcare. They're like, everything's being bought up by private equity. Every network, like, there's a very few practices. Every practice is getting swallowed up. It's ridiculous, and the cost of everything's going up.
It's not sustainable. This is not. So we're not fucking 20 anymore. So we're all in our 40s, 50s, whatever. Yeah, there's a chance you might have to go into the emergency room, and it's nothing. It's whatever, and you get a bill for 10 G's for a couple hours. I mean, that's fucking lunacy. That's theft.
That's crazy, bro.
No, bro, it's not, dude. It's not. When we were in San Diego, we used to go into Tijuana just for like dental cleanings, because it was like $20
so much
versus everything, dude.
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I know.
Sure.
I've had family and friends that have traveled abroad for like medical tourism, so quote unquote, where they go to like certain countries where they can get a heart procedure done, they can get a cancer treatment done, they can get dental work, vision work. Like I remember one time I got a whole like year and a half worth of contact lenses and whatnot, and I paid like $20-something, and I was overseas. I was shocked.
The pharmaceuticals too. Every time we go to El Salvador or Argentina or Mexico, I mean, you go into the pharmacy, you can get whatever you want for 10% of the. So why is a dick pill $30 in America and $5 in Mexico? Dude, none of it makes any sense. It's all a scam.
None of it makes any sort of sense.
No,
it is a scam. It's a grift. It's 100% grift. And this is what happens this is exactly what happens when your healthcare industry, your automotive industry, every single sector of manufacturing, everything just becomes a cottage industry of finance. This is the effect. You get into an unaffordability crisis to which there is no escape. And a lot of people are like, we're in an affordability crisis. We can't afford anything. We need to do this, X, Y, and Z. No, we are fully locked in for a hyperinflationary collapse. Fully locked in.
Certain indicators are already there, brother. And like I said, there are reasons. There are reasons they are able to charge us more. Dude, these are like basic consumer goods. Just to let you know, the grift isn't just pharmaceutical or medical. Starlink, Elon, God bless him, he has two different. two different, multiple different subscription prices for Starlink, depending where you are in the world. So as an example, how do I know this? Because I looked at Starlink for El Salvador, I looked at Starlink for Argentina, all, you know, different properties. And Starlink for me is 120, 130 a month in Naples, Florida. In Argentina, it's like $40 a month. Like, so the tech, Elon, there's no different, it's just a grift. It's, I could charge the Americans more. Like the technology is the same. There's no special thing United States needs that someone in El Salvador or Argentina doesn't need. It's just, we get fucked on certain things, 100%. It's not even a fucking question. Like there's no additional cost to Musk to, you know, give us a satellite service than other countries. They could just get away with bending us over. That's all.
Yeah,
it's actually that's how it is. Amy Grant 88812 says it. It's how it is now. So you have to go to the dental office, because her comment is it takes 2 dental visits in LA to get your teeth clean. That's not just LA. They're going to have you in to give you an evaluation, and then they get paid for that. And then you come back on a separate day to get your teeth clean. Like, what the dude? My grandfather's a dentist. I grew up in the dentist chair. Like, it takes him 10 minutes to look at your teeth.
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal.
But, you know, you got to keep the grift going.
We, like I said, everything here, and I don't know, maybe it's different in Indiana. Maybe it's different in where you're at. Maybe it's, you know, maybe it's different in New York. But everything appears to me, regardless, if you're in United States soil, there's a million scams in a million different directions. I started looking at opening up a restaurant and bar out here in Naples. Like the last 2 weeks, I'm like, you know what? I've always had this vision. I'm a Greek kid from Chicago. I grew up in restaurants, bars. It'd be nice to drink whiskey, smoke cigarettes when I'm fucking 90. Fuck it. And I started diving into diligence on, okay, what does it take to open up a fucking restaurant and bar here? Dude, they are, and I know this is true in Chicago also. I don't know if it's this way in, you know, every state or every municipality. Bro, people in California and Florida are selling liquor licenses for $500,000, $400,000. That is a permit, so that they keep the license from the government like a commodity. So a business, you know,
$50K here in Indiana for liquor license. $250.
What? Say that again, CJ.
I think in Indiana it's $250K for liquor license.
Bro, that's insane. It costs you 15. So you either have someone, if you're quote unquote wink wink friends with someone in the state or the municipality, or you have to participate in a liquor license lottery system. But they get these licenses, and then they'll treat them like a commodity, like they'll sell them on the open. That's fucking a scam. Like your relationship with the fucking government could have you pull out a permit required to sell fucking whiskey or whatever. It's like, dude, get the fuck out. Like, everything's a grift. They're selling air. They're not selling anything. Like, oh, we could only have this many bars. Like, these licenses are floating around for $250,000 in Indiana, CJ. Like $500,000 in California or Florida. It's a total scam. It's a government permit. Why the fuck is it brokered to third parties? It's a fucking joke. Like, so again, it's just everything I see just irritates me because it's clearly bullshit. There's no value behind. Again, we're not making anything. It's all like paperwork bullshit floating around, dick pic apps, contracts.
Yeah, it's worth $1 trillion.
It's worth. You need this permit for the government. It's $2 million. Like what? Fuck for what?
I was gonna ask, you know, you guys and our listeners if you guys want to invest in a data center here in Indiana.
I'm game. Why not, bro? You know, Bella's going to have an interesting show about that on Friday, so tune in, folks.
CJ, wait until the electricity bills explode. Then you're gonna see the fucking real. You think it's bad now? The Midwest, you require fucking heating in the winter and air conditioning in the fucking summer. Wait till the energy costs explode for residential homes because of all this fucking bullshit. You're gonna see fucking outrage.
Go ahead, Gus.
No, CJ, I just don't. I'm starting to lose track on how normal people survive. Between groceries, a piece of beef. I know a piece of beef costs whatever, even at the grocery store. Your utility bills, your healthcare. Again, dude, I'm not a fucking, I'm not talking about AOC Bernie shit right now, but that's how the sales pitch to the kids from them is going to start to be a lot more palatable if this keeps going. So when they grab a 20-year-old, CJ, when they grab your boys and they're like, listen, you can't afford this, you can't afford that, this is all a scam, it's this, it's blah, blah, blah.
Well, we just experienced that with my, my oldest son that graduated from college and starting his career and, getting started. And, I told him right away, I'm like, listen, like, right now it's just, you're the only son at home. There's no need for you to rush out and go get an apartment and start spending $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month for what? There's no need to do that. Just start saving your money. Just start banking it now. So that way you can be prepared for when this shit goes down. But, I slept better last night because I know now that every poor kid that wakes up that's born after today, or I'm sorry, July 5th is going to get $250 in an investment account from Dell Computers. I slept much better knowing that.
The futures are secured, knowing that you're gonna you get $250. It's true. Did you notice, you were just at the IU game? Did you notice what a cheeseburger cost or a beer cost or whatever? Was it insane?
Yeah, a meal, a simple cheeseburger meal is like $15. Beer's $15 for 16-ounce beer. It's ridiculous, and you see people buying all this stuff and wondering how in the world are they all doing this? And they're probably doing it on credit. And you're right, like to see that people are literally deciding, do I pay for insurance or do I put groceries on the table for my family? And healthcare, every sector of our economy is literally at this point is just continuing to inflate. And I know gas prices came down. I think that's the only thing that's hedging a little bit, keeping the manufacturing and inflation in check, is that they are saving some money on logistics. That's short term. I posted sent you guys that link where, Costco now has filed that lawsuit, against the government and relate as it relates to the tariffs, saying, hey, we need some of that money back because we've tried to keep prices in check, and if these tariffs continue, they can no longer just keep price in check. So what's that going to happen for all the imports? So it's one of those things that we said several years ago that we'd be looking for the signs to say, hey, is there an opportunity for us to change direction in our country? And where it boils down to is we just do not have any type of leadership to make that happen. It's failed on all levels. Now we have just a top 1% tier class, and at this point right now they're just being the parasites, looking for every scope and every level that they can to continue to just dominate the middle and the lower class. It's such a shame. It's all over the place. And then they're trying to get creative on different asset vehicles and different asset classes to invest in, and that's going to be the next big pivot. Is that how are they going to accomplish that? What's going to be the next paradigm that they're going to start leveraging in terms of asset classes to in people to quote unquote invest in? That's the next level that I think we'll start seeing here pretty darn soon as we head into next year.
I don't know why something as simple as a beer on tap at a sporting event is such a nice barometer for. We're not talking about Nick's former backyard at Dodger Stadium. We're not talking about Wrigley Field in the playoffs or Yankee Stadium. We're talking about a fucking Indiana college football game with $15 fucking tap beers. And I know it's something like it's anecdotal evidence or whatever, but it's like, dude, you're paying $15 a beer in this fucking country at a sporting, it's insane. Yeah. It's fucking insane for something that, by the way, cost them a keg of beer is $60 or $70 or whatever. It's such a fucking it's disgusting. So I don't know how I don't know how you take a family of 3 or 4 to do something like that. I don't know. Maybe they just want us at home. Our only leisure will be Netflix tranny shows or something in 5 years. I don't know. Yeah, dude, it's little shit like that. I don't know why I noticed it. But I do, and it's an indicator, CJ. I think, guys, I think we're at the point, and again, not to be pessimistic, maybe it's the hangover, but I think collapse is inevitable.
Yes.
Yes, it's going to be and CJ, I don't know if Mexico City is still like this, but in the old days, there'd be the oligarch class and everyone else. Buenos Aires is still like that. Like Buenos Aires is just gated security community after gated. I guess there's something new that went up in Florida on the Atlantic side too. They call it like a billion. There's only like 100 homes. I forgot the subdivision, but it's basically 100 million net worth people paying exorbitant prices just to have armed security guards around at all times. Mm-hmm. Like, so that's where a lot of these two-tier societies end up. It's also,
and that's where we're headed.
It's the only explanation, Dave. It's the only thing that
somebody
makes
said
sense.
it best, Gus. They said it best where they said, we're going to be Brazil. We're going to be just like Brazil, just like Colombia. We're going to be just like that. You're going to have, it's going to be a two-tiered system. Wealthy people will be living behind the gates, so to speak, their own little enclave, their own little bubble, and the rest of us will be out there, fending for ourselves.
Every man for himself.
Yeah. Good luck, everybody.
And again, I don't know. I know Europe's not like that yet, but I've seen it with my own eyes in certain parts of Argentina and Mexico. El Salvador has it. When I first started going to El Salvador 3 years ago, this is like before it had completely flipped to safety. There was barbed wire fences everywhere. Businesses. I mean, it was the oligarchs hid behind their hotels and residences and whatever. It was totally two-tiered. It's bulletproof cars, very common out there for the oligarch class. And guys, I've been telling you for months, I'm like, the end game here, it doesn't, like, I don't understand why these rich people like think they're going to leave their Park Avenue apartment and feel safe outside. Like, and the only thing that makes sense to me is they plan on living behind these, security communities. It's the only thing that makes sense. They know where this is going, and you're not gonna see them at Target or the grocery store. Trust me, they're not that fucking dumb. So it's the only thing. I just feel the more and more I see, the more and more I pay attention. It just feels like collapse is just inevitable. There is no plan. There is no turning around. There's nothing.
I think
so you mean to tell me there's no 5D chess?
190.
No. Delta Force is waiting to SWAT team Netanyahu any minute now. It's all part of the plan.
Well, I mean, I would posit that we're seeing the collapse happen now. I think it's something that it might be fast at times, it might be slow at times. You might kind of see a tipping point where it becomes super obvious, but as it stands right now, we're seeing it.
I agree, brother. I agree. It's little dominoes that fall, and sometimes because they never. I don't think they ever want a March 2020 scenario where they lose. They never want NASDAQ going down 20% in a day, right? Because that's too many red flags amongst the population and the boomers and shit. But if they could do it linear, a domino time, this, that, you don't feel it, you don't notice it. But if I pulled this out of a fucking time machine from 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you would notice it. You'd be like, what now? How much does this cost? Dude, they're the best restaurant, one of the most expensive steakhouses in the country. That's a chain. Is STK.
Yep.
Dude, they send me. I never got emails from them ever. I get one a week now, like promoting delivery. Like they want to deliver $120 fillet to you. It's like
our dry aged 36-ounce tomahawk. We'll deliver. Here's your coupon, 10% off.
Bro, even the premium brands are like marketing and like desperation.
Desperation.
Like, that's not normal. It's
not, man.
No. I could see little things. Vegas, Cosmopolitan, and Wynn Encore used to like bust balls about giving me 2 free nights for years. Like you'd have to be like, hey, I come in there, I play a lot. Dude, now I get 4 and 5 nights offered every week. It's a new promotional email from Wynn Encore, Cosmo. Hey, come stay here for 5 days and blah, blah. And it's like, dude, there was never that level of desperation 5-6 years ago. ever.
Vegas is dead.
Oh, it's finished.
It's dead, man.
It's finished, dude. It's finished. But it's another.
Not only is it dead, I was talking to somebody who was just there, and a buffet at the Stratosphere was $80 for an adult, $40 for a kid.
Bro, they deserve it.
God.
Bro, they deserve it. You look at those line items. So people post all the time, like the receipts from a Vegas hotel, and it's like $18 service charge, $50 resort fee. So it's more scam economic bullshit that we're talking about. Like, so if someone advertises $150 a night hotel room, and then you get your bill, and you're like, wait, here's the $150, but here's 5 other line items that you don't mention until so dude, it's just
$50 resort fee, $28 parking.
Dude, you go for to eat, they hit you with service charge, they hit you with gratuity, they hit you with this, so it's not they don't have the honor to put the actual price up there. Just look at a menu. Like, you go to a restaurant or a bar and you get a receipt and it's got 16 fucking line items on it. Like, why don't you just increase the cost of the food or liquor to reflect the actual price? It's all fugazi, dude. It's smoke and mirror bullshit. The entire system's becoming like that. Like, everything's a fucking scam. It's incredible. And again, not to nitpick little things, but it's hard not to notice. Like, even in Florida, you go to Miami, fucking remember, guys, in the day, it was like party of 6 or more, we hit you with gratuity.
Yeah.
Every place in Florida now, you go to a bar in Miami, they order 1 glass of wine or 1 beer, dude, they hit you with an 18% service charge. Like, so what is that? It's not sales tax.
So stupid. What is that? It's crazy.
It's a scam. They don't want to increase their menu. They don't want to let you know you're paying $12 for a fucking beer. So they hit you with the extra 20% on a service charge, whatever the fuck that means. Like, so it's just dishonest. It's a dishonest scam. And you see it everywhere, dude. Everything's fucking bullshit now. Every place hits you. It's not overt. Everything's deception nowadays. It's fucking terrible.
No, it truly is, man. It really is. It's I have on the screen right now. Do you see the Pete Hegseth, Secretary of War?
Yeah.
Look at the way secretary is spelled.
Well, that's their way of doing the DEI for the gay queer people. So it's the Lisp secretary.
I mean, just look at it. SS secretary. I mean,
secretary.
Oh God. CJ, quick question. What is you would know this. What is a 1-year tuition at IU currently? For in-state residents. So if you have a 19-year-old, 18-year-old son or daughter, they're going to Indiana, and you live in Indiana, what's the first year cost?
You do housing for the first year is $32K.
Jesus Christ, for a fucking in-state tuition for a fucking state school. That's
if
fucking
you do
amazing.
housing, yes. If you
How many
don't do
K?
housing, if you don't do housing, you probably cut that in half.
What was the
in
total
terms
again?
of like dorms.
32
for first year.
That's quote unquote with an in-state discount.
Yeah, in Indiana.
So, yeah.
I wonder what NYU is going for these days.
Oh, dude. I mean, so again, it's another indicator.
Well, at least Harvard gives you the course what in the butt,
Well, and again, this all ties into when these kids start revolting and going one direction or another. A lot of the grievances are legit. Like, why can't when a kid tells me, "Oh, I got $250,000 in student loans, and why can't I declare it in bankruptcy?" I'm like, "Oh, that's actually a legit scam. Yeah, they debt slaved you for life."
Who was the president that made that into law? Was that Bush?
I think that was GW. I think that was GW.
Yeah.
The student loan follows you for life.
For life.
So yeah, and if that lending, the student loan industry would dry up, and all these fake majors would go away, just if these kids could declare bankruptcy. No financial institution is going to give out $200,000 to someone who's majoring in lesbian poetry. It's just not fucking happening. So they're like, this retarded butch is going to declare bankruptcy when they're 23 and fuck us on that $200,000. So you dry up credit and lending, then the tuitions will crash because all those, you know, so it's, again, more scamming bullshit. You tie up these kids to debt slavery on nonsense, and you know, it's not, look, again, I don't want to be pessimistic. I know it's Christmas and all that, but it's looking fucking nasty out there, brother.
It's getting horrible, bro. I mean, like I said, like Black Friday shopping was abysmal. They're doing Cyber Monday was literally like a fart in a tornado. The American consumer is completely tapped out.
That, dude.
Every metric is horrible. But you know what? There's so much winning, guys. I'll tell you right now, we're having an incredible time. We're winning very much.
CJ's greatest thing was being clairvoyant enough to get ahead of us on the mega scam. So I don't want to speak for CJ, but I think CJ lost. CJ spotted the contradictions much sooner than the rest of us did.
Oh yeah.
That's and again, CJ, I don't want to put words in your mouth, CJ, but even you were pretty early, even with the Kushner shit or whatever. You're like, what the fuck is going on with this fucking homo, like the son-in-law kid, and like you started seeing shit much faster.
Patrick Bateman looking guy.
And it goes deep. You guys know I'm definitely more, towards the conspiracy theory. I think that's even why, Trump was in office for 4 years and they brought Biden in, and why they purposely paraded him around, stumbling around, falling down, all the controversies that surrounded him. It really set that up so that more Americans would want that completely gone. And it really gave the green light for Trump to pretty much come in and do whatever he wants, where people now are not even really questioning some of the actions that he's doing. And so I think they really kind of set that up properly, giving Trump the opportunity, because they made Biden look so bad, and they still stick to that. They're like, well, we could have had Biden. So even a lot of Trump people are still saying that. But when you really connect the dots, we've asked here on Rogue for several years that, what does collapse mode, what does collapse look like here in the United States? And if you really connect the dots, we're seeing it. We're living it right now. Not only the attempt to get illegals out of our country, which I do fully support, but in the event that we go to collapse mode, then there's not going to be enough food. There's not going to be enough in the economy to support all those illegal people that are here. So we got to get them out of the cities, get them out of those areas that are going to be in much danger. And then also piggyback off that, I think that's why we're seeing ICE deployed across the country. We're seeing the National Guard, is that it's kind of in preparation for when that happens, that those things are already in place to keep us from getting to the point where society collapses, that there's already that security in place. I even fully believe that the last debt ceiling crisis, or the big spending bill, was kind of a test case where they really, wanted to see how far they could go with, hey, we're going to eliminate the SNAP benefits. And I can't remember how many million people that are on those types of benefits, but they kept pushing it down the road. Hey, we're not going to pass this. We're not going to pass this, just as a test case to see like how obedient or how civil people would be. And then you saw what happened was that across the country, you saw these food banks, church organizations, news that started raising money for food pantries and all these things to help, offset that. So now they have a kind of a test case of potentially, what could happen. So I firmly believe that this is by design, as we gravitate and we move through this collapse mode, whatever at the end of the day it ends up looking like. But I think that a lot of the actions that have taken place this past year are kind of in preparation for that.
Dude, are there any Trump people left besides Cat Turd? Like, I don't even.
Well, yeah, there is. There's so many out there. Just go on YouTube. You'll see a bunch of them.
CJ,
you see a bunch of magatoids.
CJ, he even lost all like the gun owner support. Like the Bondi and the ATF are continuing like the Biden era. Like the suppressors shit never went away. The short barrel rifle shit never went away. Dude, all of it. Like it's like he lost the 2.8 community. He lost this. He lost the libertarians. He lost. Dude, there's just like sycophant. There's grifters. And like, there's nothing left. Like,
well,
the bot farms in Israel support them.
Indiana's kind of a test base for that, because if you look at the redistricting efforts that are taking place right now, where the administration has been putting a lot of pressure on our state legislatures to redistrict Indiana, primarily Marion County, just so that they can prepare to gain more House seats for the Republicans. So, the legislature here in the state, they pretty much rebuked that, Republicans, and literally the administration came down them hard here in Indiana, forced them into a new legislative session that just started Monday, in hopes of getting that redistricting passed through the House and the Senate in Indiana. So they still have some pressure that they can apply, and again, if 3/4 of our legislatures are pedophiles, they got a lot of ammunition to hold over them.
It really is just that simple, isn't it? If they got fucking video, the politicians dingling the kids, that's all they need. Oh fuck! What a pathetic fucking state of affairs. Oh,
It's a joke. It's
It
all
is.
fraud. It's all fake. It's all gay. It's just a fucking joke, man. I'm sick of it. This is not a serious country. This is not a serious country at all.
Guys, I got the women of the house screaming at me.
Time to go.
Yeah, I'm not in charge here anymore. The baby is. CJ,
It was a lot of fun.
no homo. I miss you.
Yes.
Don't. Let's do it again sooner.
We'll do it again. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Miss you guys too. Miss all the listeners. Love you guys all.
Love you too, bro. Love you too.
Be
man.
safe. Yeah.
All right, Gus. With that being said, folks, we are at the end of the show, and keep it locked and loaded right here. We might have Matthew Eric coming on today at 4 p.m., so keep it locked. Matthew Eric, 4 p.m., right here on Rogue News. Take it away, cowboy.